we've got some medicine up here for the Packers coming
You
up
sure do.
against the Lions and the Fighting Dan Campbells that I believe the McAfee show calls them. I am not one who watched Hard Knocks this season, so I didn't get to see some of the Dan Campbell antics and entertainment. But I will say this game makes me nervous. Um,
Ooh.
One reason being the Packers have historically laid eggs in Detroit. I don't understand it. They've lost games there that they shouldn't have lost. There's probably been other times where they lost. They probably should have lost. But they just don't play well in Detroit, it doesn't seem like. Now, they don't lose all the time in Detroit, but they definitely don't play well there. So, you got a bad team there, but you're probably one of the most passionate coaches in the entire league over there. That team's not going to stop fighting, and they're not going to lose heart. And this Packers team does not do a good job of fighting. They do not do a good job of responding to adversity. If they get down to the Lions, I could see a lot of guys hanging heads and just sort of checking out. As much as I hate saying that because it's just such a BS thing to do. But you got to get down to the Lions for that to happen. And I just don't think that the Packers are that bad, right? They're not good, but I don't think they're that bad. You're definitely a few different things happening away from not being 3-5. You could be definitely 4-4 right now, easily probably 5-3, but still, you got to go in prepared. I think that they do. I think that they see on the film against the Bills what they were able to do. Hopefully they carry that game plan into Detroit and just plan on running the ball 45 times in the game. I want to see both backs over 20 carries. The offensive line is still shuffling, but Bakhtiari's back out there a little bit more consistently, looking pretty good. So hopefully, he can lock down the pass rush that the Lions have. That young man, Aiden Hutchinson, he's looking pretty good. But ultimately, I think that the Lions just don't have the firepower to beat the Packers. I think the Packers could come out with kind of a slow start and still win the game pretty handily. I do predict it to be kind of a slower, maybe slower, but like a more sloppy NFC North kind of game where the Packers get out and run it a bunch of times. You don't score a whole lot, but you control the game. I'm going to call it a 24 to 10 win.